Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, here playing as England, hopefully soon to be Great Britain. So we're doing pretty well. We have colonial Cuba and we have colonial Brazil. In this case, Cuba and English Brazil. So it's more like colonial Caribbean. So, oh well. I'm also working on trying to pick up the colonial Eastern America. Luckily, we managed to get 4 colonists. We keep managing to get the increased colonists from the from Parliament when it comes to voting, which is helping a lot. I'll also boost tax. Say I want to be Holy See controller. Apparently, we're not like converting away from Catholicism or anything. What's this? We've got a rotten borough. Well, we'll take the hit. That I don't want to be stuck with 1.25 corruption for the rest of the game. That would be ridiculous. Apparently that's what can occur periodically, is the rotten borough one. Rivals with Muscovy. Interesting. I don't know why they're that angry with me. Also, we're at war with Portugal. Pretty much because Castile attacked one of the Portuguese allies, I think. Oh no, they attacked a Portuguese guaranteed country. Oh, apparently we've hit Sir Thomas Gresham's currency reform. Okay. 1 tax in London and a cheaper level 3 advisor, which I will happily take. Assuming I can afford it per month, and it appears I can. I should actually see about getting higher advisors everywhere then. Oh well. Gresham will do for now. And that hopefully will boost my admin income enough that I can hit level 10. Royal marriage with Castile ended, interestingly. The D'Anjou dynasty is having some issues. Well, if he dies now, one of my dynasty takes over the throne. Sadly, we don't get a union over it. It would be amazing if we did. Speaking of really ridiculous unions, I was playing a multiplayer game with somebody, and Portugal got a personal union over Castile, Aragon, and Naples. And worse, they were all loyal. Clearly, Castile got the Iberian Union and then died out pretty much immediately afterwards, so that Portugal took over. It was quite an amusing experience. But if you've ever wanted to see a Portugal with absolute power, that would be a really good one. Whoops. Oh, the Muscovy Trade Company. However, Muscovy hates us. Oh well. Free trade in the White Sea Trade Node, which is kind of nice. In fact, we dominate the White Sea Trade Node just from that alone. Huh. Okay. I'm looking forward to the point where Brazil hits, what is it, 7? At 10 cities, because then we will manage to pick up the an additional merchant. Oh, we can't marry into our enemies. Of course not. That would be too easy. Even though historically they did. Aragon is allied to Portugal. Of course, of course, of course. We're 3rd in great power status, which is kind of awesome. I think we're still, we're still ranked number 1 in power in the world. I'm thinking at this point it's really because we have colonial nations as well. Oh shoot! Because my conquistador died while in another country, I can't restart Hunt for the 7 Cities of Gold till he returns to my territories, which is a bit ridiculous. However, my colonies are going up really fast. I'm actually impressed how fast I'm actually getting colonies going. Oops. Any chance we can get... charter colonies again. Thank you. Army Commission, take sides in Parliament. See, I don't want to do meritocracy because it loses us mercantilism. But we can do any of the others pretty safely. Where did it... There we go. That's where it pulled my colonist off. 100 per year though, which is really awesome. So less than 10 years. Plus we're getting gold from Brazil. We must have gotten ridiculously lucky and gotten a gold province. Really? Oh yeah, there it is. Villa Rica apparently was gold. I think that was a... Was that a random chance one? Or was that... I think that was a province I conquered, so it did have gold already locked into it. Yep. Austrians are having dynasty successions, apparently. Let's try to remarry into you guys again. The Habsburgs are hanging on, but they're proving to be actually really bad rulers. 104, 440. Could be worse. We'll make her an advisor. She's a commandant. That means she's down here. There we go. I've got two really 50% cheaper advisors, which is awesome. Colonial La Plata belongs to Castile. Fine, I don't care. And we are now level 10. Oh, we can form... No, we can't form. Great. We can do Declaration of Indulgence, though. Which means Protestants in our lands are almost tolerated. Almost. Which is kind of good. Yes, recruit that. Burgundy beat up Liege, sadly. We've got another group of ideas. I am going to go defensive on this one. Just because I need the morale, really. And since I'm ahead of time in Miltech already, and I seem to not have an issue with military power at all, I might as well stay with that. We're 31% done annexing France, though, which is really cool. I can't wait to see how powerful we become once we do that. Although I do have to be a little careful, because I actually do need enough states to actually make the land I take from France profitable. Oh, Austria's calling me to war. Sure, I'll join. Shouldn't mean anything really to me. Portugal is... There we are, out of the war now. Okay. Okay, Castile stole some of Portuguese Guinea lands. I'm gonna get my alliance with Portugal going again. Come on, there we go. Royal marriage. Won over diplomatic relations, but keeping Portugal somewhat happy, I think, is a good move because they're a fellow colonizer. Plus, there's always a chance I inherit them. We've got merchants now. Okay, let's... Oh, that's actually out of our trade range? Huh. That's interesting. Well, let's do transfer trade from the Caribbean then. Let's see how much that affects trade. First of all, it'll also find out where they're sending it. We'll take the admin power. There we go. Shifts all trade to Bordeaux, of all places. Interesting. Yeah, we've almost got to get more trade in the Champagne trade node, because right now the trade is not going really where we want it to. Or else I need another merchant and direct trade up there and then pull it out. Although a little bit is coming from Canada's region. It's another area I'd like to pick up, as the English did historically, is Canada. Doesn't look like France is going to really do any colonizing, though. Yeah, they didn't even go exploration, it is. So it's between me, Castile, and Portugal. Because the Dutch miners shouldn't colonize. I say that with, well, I have to check. I don't think they tend to until they form the Netherlands. Now, I think since they're my vassals, they won't try to join the Netherlands. If they do, I'll just crush the Netherlands, but... There we go. Bonus morale. We get an additional 10% trade efficiency, which is nice. Corrupt viceroys. We will take action against said viceroys. Okay, the burghers bonus modifiers are finally wearing off a bit. Did we lose that modifier, New World Trade Companies? I think we have. Okay, so let's do grant monopoly charters. That's still not enough. I guess I can't use it yet. Or their influence isn't high enough. Let's give them Hampshire then. That should be enough now. There we go. 10% more settlers. Our ruler is now a coward. Craven Queen Anne. That's how she's going to be known. Craven Queen Anne. Well, she's presiding over a massive expansion of the British Empire, or what will be the British Empire once this war is over. Ask for contribution, bribe advisor to take the blame. Standard stuff for monarchs in this day and age. How's the fleet looking? Looking pretty good, actually. Yeah, let's build something in Massachusetts, even though eventually we're going to give that over to a colonial nation. Controlling as much trade as possible is always a good thing. There we go, Antigua is completed. At this rate, we might actually pick up the entire Caribbean, which would be amazing. It would also be the achievement, no pirates in my Caribbean, but I already have that one. So, just a matter of honestly waiting a little bit here. Let's actually do this properly though now. Transfer that to there, transfer that from there. That should steer the Caribbean money through the Chesapeake Bay rather than through Bordeaux. Yeah, that's a much better outcome. Our trade income must be really big. Yeah, we're getting more money from trade than anything else. Pretty awesome. Poor Portugal is having pretender rebel issues like you wouldn't believe. I kind of want to help them, but at the same time I'm fine with them having some internal problems. Oops, we got a modifier here. What's the next idea? It's printing press, right? Yeah, I should probably go with the institution spread in True Faith provinces. Doesn't look like Protestantism or the Reformed faith is going to come to my lands outside of the Dutch, but again, one never knows how it's going to work out. Brandenburg somehow is still staying as emperor, although it looks like that's going to change back to Austria once the Brandenburg ruler dies. Whoa, wait a second. Norway is now calling my region. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You can't do that. But apparently I can't threaten war on them either. Because I'm at war. Okay. That might be a solution in the future. Actually, can I do the, what is it, start a war and colony option? English Brazil is at war. Okay, I can't do that till the war is over. Speaking of which, why are my colonial nations in debt? Oh, they're not. Huh, I thought for some strange reason they were in debt. I don't know why Austria hasn't won this war already. I mean, I guess it's possible they have a really good fort there, but... time to build another fort. There we go, that war's over. Austria's gotten larger. Can I now threaten Denmark for land or Norway? No. Can't start a war in colony. Can't start a war in colony. Instead, we can form the British nation. Voila, we are now Great Britain. Da 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 da. That actually is off right now. There we go. I was saying I had one too many leaders, which is inaccurate. There we go. Great Britain is now the largest nation in the world. So the British Empire has been formed a bit earlier than it normally was formed. It's kind of awesome. Not to mention English Brazil is colonizing quite quickly as well. 70. That's pretty good for a colonial nation. Barbados is done. We have St. Kitts, and then obviously Cuba and whichever side of this is Haiti versus Dominican Republic. Plus we've got Jamaica too. I'm thinking I'll take the admin tech rather than an idea. Chesapeake Bay is done. Where else do we have trade centers? Sante. Admin powers. We still haven't snagged Massachusetts or Lenape, which is a bit off, but we can't colonize Lenape anyway because it's not on the ocean. Oh well. We'll get there eventually. In the meantime, let's just keep increasing trade and other stuff. Yeah, we still control 51% of the English Channel trade node, which is good. Holland and Brabant have plenty of trade, which is actually good because they now can actually build up their country a bit. Global tariffs, that's nice. Ooh, the Dutch are going to be in some trouble here though. Nope, I can't get money there. Okay, where did I start building the workshop? Actually, that won't be enough to stop it, will it? We'll cancel that. I'm only going to get half of the money back, but I don't see how I can actually prevent going into debt here and still keep the burghers happy. Of course, if I make the burghers happy, they're going to get more influence too. Oh well. Here we go. Into debt for a little while. I mean, debt isn't the worst thing in this game. It's just really annoying to be in it. Textile manufacturing. That means we're getting closer and closer to the Industrial Revolution. Once we deal with this 450 gold loan. Oh, it's only 418 total? That seems odd. No, 498. There we go. Corruption. We're actually having a little bit of corruption issues, aren't we? It's a bit odd. Okay, fleet is going nicely. We now have 12 heavy ships. So in terms of navy, yeah, diplomatic-wise, we're the strongest, which is awesome. Sadly, there are no victory cards in single player. I kind of wish there was in some ways. I get why there's none, but at the same time, it would make it a little bit more interesting. Did you get stuck again? They got stuck again. Oh my gosh. Oh, stupid explorers. I think I've run out of things to explore around the world at the moment. Anyway, let's get rid of that debt. No reason to have it. High quality troops, sure. It's not going to do much because our army tradition will degrade over time. Actually, no, it won't because we would go real army. Battlefield commissions, and if I maintain the forts, it's positive. Well, that's good. At least we'll have level 1 or level 2 generals. I forget which is which. I think it's level 1 generals. Which isn't good, but it's not terrible either. We've almost got get support from the clergy, which I will happily take. 50 admin powers. St. Thomas is done. That almost cleans up the Caribbean, actually. Cleans up all the little islands, at least. Oh, wait, apparently Trinidad is part of it, too. Whoops. I like the fact that Colonial Caribbean is colonizing islands too. It takes a load off my mind. They're 55. They're not as fast as Brazil, which is a bit interesting. I'm honestly surprised how fast Brazil's colonization is. Or was. They seem to have lost it at the moment. I really do want to kick out the Norwegians, but I don't exactly know how I would do that. Anyway, I think it's time to end this video. I'm thinking next episode I'm going to attack Burgundy to some degree. I could probably win that war with France and my other people. Plus I could call Austria into it. I don't have enough favors. Castile wouldn't join for some strange reason. Oh, they have a truce with them. Okay, so maybe I'll end up waiting a little bit. Anyhow, that's it for this video. Thank you guys all for watching. The Kingdom of Great Britain will expand. And I will see you guys all in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.